through to the quarterfinals in that top half, overcoming yesterday's victor over Ronnie O'Sullivan, Ryan Day, by 5 frames to 2. Stephen Lee, of course, had that earlier fabulous match in the first round against Mark Williams, putting out the defending champion 5-4. Stephen now finds himself in the last 8 and awaiting either Ding Junhui or Stephen Hendry in that quarter-final tomorrow, and that of course is our feature match here this evening in Beijing. And all you good people, I hope, at home in Europe watching this afternoon. Messrs Carter and Campbell and Milkins and Selby are also playing this afternoon. Obviously we shall be keeping you posted on those matches whilst we concentrate on Messrs Junhui and Hendry. Bottom half of the draw, and 3 of the quarter-finalists there already decided. Sean Murphy came back from behind against Lee Hang. It went to a decider, and the local hope was almost doing it again, but he didn't quite make it. Sean Murphy got the better of him, 5-4. And at the bottom of the draw, as you can see, we already have one quarter-final decided there. Judd Trump beating Mark Davis 5-2, and Peter Ebden really having far the better of the encounter with the reigning world champion Neil Robertson. Neil, well, he was a little under the weather, and he allowed Peter, I'm afraid, to play his own game, and Peter relished that, and was 4-0 at one stage, looked like 5-0, but Neil managed to pinch 1 frame, but that was all he could manage. So it's Judd Trump versus Peter Ebden at the bottom half of the draw. Well, there's Jan Verhaas just being introduced by the Master of Ceremonies here, because he will be in charge on the other table, John Higgins versus Ricky Walden. John, of course, the reigning world #1, having come through against Nigel Bond in the first round. Ricky Walden coming back from behind to defeat Martin Gould. There's Ricky, who is now in the top 16 for the first time in his career this season at number 15. And of course he's already had a win here in China, not here in Beijing, but in Shanghai. Regular snooker followers, I'm sure, will remember that he won the Shanghai Masters, his one and only ranking event victory, 3 years ago. Ricky living in Buckhilt in North Wales, not far from his parents' home where he comes from originally, Chester. Well, there's the Wizard of Wishup, John Higgins, the reigning world #1, won the China International in 1999 and has been twice the runner-up in this China Open here in Beijing in 2006 and again in 2009, and getting a great reception from the Beijing University Students Gymnasium audience here, John Higgins. He's a very popular character, but he should remember that Ricky Walden has got 2 good victories over him, whilst John has only won the 1. So the head-to-head's 2-1 in Ricky Walden's favour. I wonder whether John does have that in mind as he prepares to face Ricky for a place in tomorrow's quarter-finals. Well, now, Michaela Tabb being introduced on the other table, the familiar face and figure of Michaela, who's been around on the referees roster now at the top flight for many years, and there's a man who's been at the top for many years, since he turned pro 26 years ago. Stephen Hendry is 42 years of age now, and well, this is the match that they've been waiting for ever since these 2 guys won their earlier rounds. Stephen Hendry and Ding Junhui. Stephen, actually, of all the many events that Stephen has won, he's never won the China Open. The nearest he got was that final against Ding Junhui 6 years ago, when Ding, as a 17-year-old qualifier, he actually reached his 18th birthday on that last day. Ding beat him on that occasion, and here comes the local hero. It's his 24th birthday tomorrow. He was runner-up here last year to Mark Williams, and the crowd will certainly be behind him here this evening. So, the feature match of this second round, without a question, Ding Junhui against Stephen Hendry. Ding, having played very well to come back from 4 behind against Kurt Mafflin. He had to do it the hard way to win 5-4. And Stephen comprehensively outplaying Matthew Stevens in one of the best displays I've seen from Stephen for quite some time. So, here we go. These two know each other. In fact, they've played 11 times previously. They've each won 4. Yes, I know that adds up to 8. They've had 3 draws in the league, so you can't split them on past performances. Here we go. Best of 9. eyes down, look in, as they say. Well, I've been looking forward to this one, and I know that my co-commentator Joe Johnson has, ever since, as I say, they won their previous matches. Joe, this should be a cracker, and the atmosphere here as well, with what's gone on in the past between these two, should be terrific.
Yes, absolutely. Good afternoon, everybody. And Stephen Hendry, if he plays anything like he did in the last round, we should be in for a real cracker.
Four. Five.
Well, he's knocked a very good red in there.
13.
Five.
And just the right side of the blue. Yeah, Sting was on a knife edge in his match against Kurt Mafflin in the qualifier, and Kurt was really on a roll within one frame of winning a sensational match. What would have been a sensational victory had he done it.
Yes, it was 4-1 up, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And Ding did very well to come back and win that match. Showed good character.
11.
Well, there's a loose red at the back of the pack, and obviously the one next to the black. Well, if he's playing for that one behind the pack, it should have been a little bit further up the table than that.
16.
Yeah, so that was the poor shot from Ding Junhui. Fortunately, he does have this one to go for, but it's not an easy one. There's a cue ball. It's okay.
17.
Took the risk of the in-off. Now, does he go into them? I'll play for the loose one. He's into them. Is he on anything? Not really. Yes, the red to the left middle. Not much good to him, that cue ball. Going into the cluster.
Junhui, 22.
Well, he took the risk with the plant. If he'd have got the cue ball tight on the cushion, which is where he intended, he wouldn't have left a red on for Stephen Hendry. Oh, not an easy one anyway.
1.
Stephen here, looking for his first quarter-final appearance of this entire season.
Well, I'm a little bit surprised at what Stephen's played here.
6.
If he played for this red into the right corner, it was a poor positional shot.
Seven.
And to hit it again.
10.
Caught that one nice though.
11.
He's a little too straight on the brown, a little too far for the blue, and he's not near enough for the green. All awkward shots these. Didn't really commit to the shot.
14.
Wanted to be further down the table than this. And keeps leaving himself missable shots. Nicely played.
Yes, he's getting himself out of trouble, Joe, isn't he?
He is, and again there you see he's got a good kiss there. Had it kissed a little off to the left or so, he wouldn't have had an easy blue. He's got to try and get that cue ball under control.
Yes, another rest shot, but he's not done so badly with it. He's fine.
Very good rest player. Stephen Hendry.
21.
And now, perfect position on the blue. The problem is, if he decides to play for the black, very tricky along that black cushion rail. So I may have to concentrate on the blue, with the pink being out of commission as well.
$26.
Now, I don't think he's got any choice now but to play for the black.
$27.
And that's about as good as he could get. Has a slight angle on the black to stun out for the red. It's a little straighter from this camera angle. And this is well missable. And does he play the snooker or the pot?
Well, in his pomp, there's no doubt he was the best at this particular shot I've ever seen, across the nap into the middle pocket, but this time I think the snooker.
Yes, it's a little early in the match to start playing those little roll shots into the middle. Keep Ding under pressure.
Well, I expected that white to be right on this black cushion.
Well, it was a let-off for the snooker as well, wasn't it? Didn't think he'd let him off, but he did.
Oh, it's not finished yet. No, it's just coming away from the pocket, I think. And it's left for Ding.
Oh, I don't know about
Oh,
left.
I don't know. No, you're right, Joe. I think it's pretty well tight on the cushion. He's got away with it, I think.
I think he can pot it, but it's a difficult one. It very nearly went in, this one, but it just drifted away.
If that's touching the cushion, it won't pot from there. The white ball would have to be way over the other side of the table.
Well, he agrees with you.
Well, at least he shifted it, but he's given Ding an opportunity here.
Not an easy one, but an opportunity.
One.
Yes, good shots. Under pressure. Knew he had to get it.
8. Nine.
A couple of safe reds. And he's going to have to find a way of moving or dropping behind.
And a mistake there. His intention was to come out of baulk for this red in the middle of the table into the left middle.
Yes, it looks like end of break, and he got too much left hand side on the cue ball. That's where he liked the white ball. Right in the circle.
Yeah, they'll give him the bullseye there, thank Joe.
Good shot though.
Yes,
Excellent shot.
but a wasted opportunity.
Yes. Forced the error from Stephen Hendry.
Nice crisp red. But he's still got work to do if he's to win the frame at this visit to the table. Meantime, I can tell you Ricky Walden has put his first frame on the board against John Higgins. He had an opening 71 and then got back to finish the job. Ricky Walden 1, John Higgins 0.
Well, doesn't want that one over.
No, he'll settle for that, Joe. He's still got the problem, of course, of the other red, but that was a wonderful shot there to cannon onto the pink, nicely on the next red. But the final red, that's the key now to this frame.
Six.
Well, if it had finished straight on this pink, or just off straight, he could have had a chance at bringing that red out into play. But where it's landed, there's no point in going for the pink. If you can't get to the red, play good safety.
Junhui 6.
He was always asking a lot there to have the white finish behind the black. Now I suppose the problem is Stevens to play this safe behind the green, but it won't roll enough, I don't think. Oh, well.
Stephen Hendry 6.
Oh, what a bad mistake that was.
Yes, it was, but what would have been even worse is if he'd have rubbed the red and left it there, because Stephen would have had a pot on. Wanted to catch it thicker and push it to the cushion.
Well, he was shaping up, it would appear, to cut this into the right middle, and that's a very, very difficult one to judge. But here you see him having a look at it again.
Yes, it's on this shot. He just won't know where the cue ball's going, but this is on. If he pots it and gets a favourable kiss.
Yes, but
Somebody's phone again.
They do tend to go at the most inopportune moments. So, Stephen having a second think about that and putting Ding in for a second time from where the balls were previously.
Oh, well, I'm surprised they put him in again there.
And so close to getting that snooker.
He could have very easily have got the snooker there.
I think Stephen probably held his breath for a moment. Now, has he just got that white far enough behind the pink? Not much of the yellow, red poking up from the yellow actually. But the crucial thing is any of the pink obscuring the path for the white? We can't quite see yet. From our commentary position, it's difficult to make the judgment. Well, when he's playing the shot, clearly he can see enough of it, but deciding to come off cushions anyway.
Yes, and he's not going to be too thrilled about the outcome. Now, if Stephen Hendry can screw up the table for one of the boat colours, it would make the clearance just that little bit easier. Yes, and he's played it well.
1.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Five. Seven.
Can you believe that?
Well, that is absolutely incredible. It was a simple clearance, a simple green. Can't say he got a kick because he hit it thin. Kicks hit wide and thick. And that was a very nervy shot. Didn't need the pink, just needed the brown and blue.
Well, that's not the best shot Ding's played. Still has it into this right corner. It'll go past the pink, but well, should have given him a shot into the ball pocket.
Yes, he should have been on the brown, but he'll play the snooker here, I'm pretty sure of that.
Junhui, three.
So they've both shown one or two little nervy touches in this opening frame, Joe.
Yes, it wasn't easy to get to the brown from where the green was. It was right over the pocket, and it's always difficult. Whereas Stephen Hendry, well, he was absolutely perfect on the green. But it's not a disaster yet.
Missed it both times.
12 minutes. Junhui, four.
And that will be going back.
Yes, just gives me time to tell you that Mark Selby has taken the opening frame of his match against Robert Milkins on table 3, and Marcus Campbell has won the first against Ali Carter.
Well, he'll be delighted with that outcome as well.
He certainly will.
Could be in trouble next shot. Cue ball in behind the pink. But he's escaped from the immediate danger. And he'll settle for that one. Good length. And if he tries to get the cue ball in behind the pink here, he could be in trouble with the brown going over the pocket.
Now then, will that stop short of the middle pocket and save him? It won't.
It seemed to spring off that black cushion there.
Four.
Not the best shot he's ever played. Stephen Hendry needs the pink now.
Yes, he'll not be very pleased with that positional shot onto the blue.
Although he might be in a second.
Difficult, this. Difficult.
Stephen Hendry.
Well, I've seen the time when it wouldn't be difficult for him. But that's another let-off for Ding Junhui. He's had two pretty good chances this frame now, Stephen Hendry.
Yes, I think the green was probably the easier of them. And now Ding has pushed that blue into a potable position for Stephen. So redemption yet for Stephen in this opening frame?
Well, it's going to be very difficult to get to the pink from here. But I tell you what, he's made it. How he's created the angle there.
What a shot.
It's just overrun though, hasn't it?
Yeah, but he's going to have a go at this. It's frame ball and a chance here to redeem himself after that very easy green that he missed earlier. Yep.
Yes, well played.
Well played indeed. There were one or two nervy moments though for both players, Joe, in that opening frame. But it's gone to Stephen Hendry. He leads 1-0. Long way to go. The audience will hope it goes all the way. They're loving it already. Here we are back again at the Beijing University Students' Gymnasium. Early days yet in this match between Junhui and Stephen Hendry. These two old rivals playing for the place in tomorrow's quarter-finals. And Ding Junhui's 24th birthday tomorrow, by the way. So will it be a happy birthday? I wonder. Meantime, on the next table, John Higgins is playing Ricky Walden, and Ricky had a very good start by taking the first frame thanks to an initial break of 71. He then came back and got another small break to clinch the matter, and as you can see, he's at the table in the second frame with a slight lead, but again, early days.
Second frame, Stephen Hendry.
Stephen Hendry then leading 1-0, breaking off here in frame 2. Good cue ball from the break.
Yes, got to be careful. And when you clip them thin like that, you can always bring a red out. Now, does it go? It does. Now, if you can try and leave the cue ball a little short on this red, unless he's playing into them, and he is, well, that's why he's got the most century breaks of any man
8.
that's ever played.
Now then, does the pink actually spot? Michaela Tab endeavouring to put it as near as possible to its spot. All the others are occupied, of course.
15.
And she's happy where it is now.
16.
Well, played with a lot of stun, that shot, to create the angle to come round for the red. Knew had the red over the middle. And always nice to see Stephen Hendry playing around the black spot. It's very rare you'll ever see him leave himself straight on the black, unless he needs to. And this type of position where he is still so very dangerous in around the black spot.
39. 40. 47.
And now we'll probably try and leave a nice angle on the blue to be able to go into them.
.48.
'Has he been lucky? Does this red on the right-hand side go? I don't think it does, judging by Stephen's body language there. He didn't have enough angle off the blue to go into them direct, so decided he'd have to come off 2 cushions. And clearly from the way he's acting at the moment, that red on the right-hand side he cannot see enough of.
Yes, he was a little unlucky there. He's gone into them with a little bit of power off of 2 cushions, but he's not on anything. Nothing easy, that is.
Stephen Hendry, 50.
Yes, there was no way back to box, so just played the containing safety shot. And the balls are nicely spread.
Another update, Joe, from table 3, where Mark Selby has taken a 2-frame-to-0 lead over the qualifier. And the last of the qualifiers, if memory serves me right, yes, Robert Milkins, 2-0 to Mark Selby there.
Well, he's not taking this one, I don't think. Just keeping that cue ball tight under the black cushion, and that makes things a little awkward for Junhui. That's a clever shot.
Yes, Robert Milkins, the last of the qualifiers from the first 3 rounds of those played at Sheffield, just to make that quite clear. 3 of the players in the tournament did have to play 1 round before getting here to China. Stephen Lee is still there, Marcus Campbell, and Judd Trump, of course. Make that 4, Mark Davis. He had to play 1 as well. Oh, that should have been nowhere near that middle pocket.
that corner pocket.
That's the one in the corner, isn't it? Yes.
Yes, but what a chance now for Stephen Hendry to go 2-0 in front.
Well, he should really. He should from this leave.
Eight. Nine.
I mentioned the first time these two met, that China Open final here 6 years ago, when Ding Junhui was a virtual unknown, just coming up to his 18th birthday. The last time they met was in one of the European PTCs last autumn. And on that occasion, Ding was also the winner, beating Stephen 4 frames to 1.
Yes, and the crowd applauding the winning ball there. That just makes sure.
22.
Yes, I don't think Ding will come out of his chair in this frame.
And the crowd here being very fair to Stephen Hendry, applauding a lot of his shots.
30. Stephen Hendry.
No,
30.
but he's done more than enough. And the frame, yeah. So Ding not having much joy at all in that second frame, and fewer mistakes from the cue of Stephen Hendry in that one as well, hence his victory. So as we head for another short break, Stephen now leads Ding by 2 frames to 0. Welcome back, folks. Here we are at the Beijing University once again. Frame 3 just started in this second round match between Ding Junhui and Stephen Hendry, and at the moment, as the scoreline comes up at the bottom of your screen, as you can see, Stephen Hendry in control. A little bit for Ding to do. And a little bit for John Higgins to do as well, because I can tell you that on the other table, Ricky Walden is now leading John Higgins by 2 frames to 0.
A long tempter here for Stephen Hendry, but not interested. No way of getting that cue ball back up to balk. Well, caught that one thick, Ding Junhui. He may have got away with it. Well, that was a chance for Stephen Hendry, but the missed red has pushed the reds on. Well, he's got choices here, Junhui. If he can take this red over the left corner, that frees the pink into that pocket.
Seven.
Well, I would have preferred to have been the right side of the blue. He may have to take the more difficult pink. No, he's in and out of balk. Just coming around to look to see if the pink goes into the right corner. Well, this crowd clapping every shot, and you can't blame them. He's their hero.
Yes, and when Ding is playing here in China with its massive population, there's around about, I know it sounds incredible, there's around about 100 million watching this
26.
live here this evening in Beijing. I know that sounds an outrageous figure, but that's not even 1/10 of the population.
$39. $40.
Well, just not come far enough here on pink, but should be able to just screw back a little for the red into the right corner. And this time he has got the right side of the pink, just to stun down for the red just above the black.
$53. $54. 60.
Well, the red does go, and he may be able to push the other red out of the way and stay on the black. Hasn't hit it hard enough. Well, I think it's worth going for this pink into the left middle. That would leave Stephen Hendry only being able to draw the game.
Pink.
Yes, good shot.
Very good shot. 67 the lead, 67 on.
67.
Oh. Well, that was frame ball. What a frame ball.
Yes, it was the pink before that that gave him the chance to be able to go for that, knowing he couldn't lose the game at this visit. But nevertheless, what a great pot. And that wasn't bad either.
74.
He's starting to enjoy this, Junhui.
The audience is, John. Joe, I'm sure you've noticed.
And look at all the side on the cue ball there. Lots of right hand side to come onto this red.
Another clever little shot. And we're
90.
going to see another century from this young man. Still a day short of his 24th birthday, and he's already 13th in the all-time list of century scorers.
Oh, he's going to be right up there at the end of it.
99.
There it is, another one. The 203rd, yep, he's in the 200 centuries club already. 13 of them. He's at the bottom of those 13, but he's the youngest of them.
111.
Well, this match is certainly warming up.
114. 120.
Oh, well, 120 to the blue. Okay, we can forgive him that, I suppose. Almost looked deliberate. Nah. Anyway, it's given him the frame. Stephen Hendry still leads 2-1. And by the way, John Higgins has had a 107 on the other table, but Ricky Walden still leads him. Welcome back once again, folks. Here we are, enthralled by what we've seen so far, particularly in that last frame from Junhui. This match between him and Stephen Hendry certainly warming up, and the audience, of course, loving every minute of it. Even when Stephen Hendry is getting the shots, they're still applauding warmly. So Stephen Hendry leading Junhui 2 frames to 1. Just a reminder, on table 1 it's Ricky Walden leading John Higgins by 2 frames to 1 as Stephen gets underway the 4th frame that will, as ever in best of nines, take them to their mid-session interval.
Yes, it went dangerously close to that baulk corner.
Oh, well.
And it was a risky pot. He's just come a little far to go into the pack with power, but he still may be able to nudge 1 or 2 out here. Well, he played that shot earlier and it didn't work out, coming around the 2 cushions. Lots of right hand side on the cue ball.
Stephen Hendry 6.
Just time to give you another couple of updates. On table 3, Robert Milkins has pulled one back against Mark Selby, the man from Leicester leading 2 frames to 1. Has he got the cover on that red over the right core? He's got the cover on practically everything. That's a great shot. And on table 4, Marcus Campbell is putting some pressure on Ali Carter. The Scotsman leads him by 2 frames to 0. Pink, close to the pink.
Final miss. Junhui 6.
Yes, you called it. And that will be going back. But better to hit the pink and catch the reds too thin. If he skims off of these reds, he'd leave a red on over that right corner pocket. So he's got to get close to the pink, preferably the second red down behind the pink.
Well, he's just made it by a whisker.
Now this could be a stalemate. Unless we get a touching ball.
You've got one.
Well, you'd have to say that Junhui just wants to carry the game on, doesn't want to mess around with too much safety. He's given the advantage away to Stephen Hendry to keep the game flowing. Well, that's an excellent safety from Junhui.
Yeah, Stephen, I think, can get to the red on the right-hand side. That's the one. Doesn't want that coming up table too far with that red near the pink loose. Ding not interested.
Yes, I think if the red hadn't been just above the black, he would have played the red. Difficult cueing for the one over the left, and the one over the right, well, it's a difficult shot because the cue ball would be going into the red and black. Well, I'm so surprised that he took that one on because there was no guarantee of position. And snookered on all colours.
Rainbow.
Well struck.
Yes, but I think he's left this red on to the right corner.
Oh yes. Without a doubt it's on, Joe. It's just the distance that's the problem. That's the one. Ding not interested. So that's a little on the thick side.
Yes, he did, and I'm surprised he didn't take that red on. Yes, it was difficult. And he must have thought that the cue ball was going into the reds off the cushion.
Well, Stephen's just had a look at the angle for the same red that Ding decided not to take. But deciding better of it.
that attempt at the long red has given Ding Junhui a half chance at this red into the corner.
Yes, as ever, Hawkeye showing us the ideal position.
Six. Seven.
Well, he just might be tempted to go into them this time. Caught them full. Now, is he on anything?
Maybe one of the two to the left of the two that are close together to the left of the black spot. Perhaps one of those goes.
Yeah, there's no colour for that red though,
There
I'm
isn't.
afraid.
That's his problem. He might not even go for anything here, Joe. Well, no, he can't quite get to that. Just the safety, I think.
Junhui, 12.
Well, that was one out of the top draw, wasn't it? Oh, is he on the brown? No, it's just the snooker.
Stephen Hendry, 1.
That's a cracking red, that was.
Attempting to hit the red nearest that left corner pocket.
Stephen Hendry, 4.
Well, didn't want it in, and he didn't make the adjustment. In fact, it was a little worse, that one. Doesn't want to over adjust and come the other side of the red.
Oh, 3 times. He's been a fair distance away from it, really.
Yes, it's trying to judge the amount of right-hand side to put onto the cue ball. And it's such a fine line.
That looks a bit better.
Yes, he won't mind the points that he's given away there, as long as he hasn't left a red on. That's the important thing. Well, nothing wrong with that one. And that makes the safety shot a little bit more difficult now. Left hand side of the red's cut off. You may be forced into taking a pot on it here into the right corner. No way back to boat there. Well, there was a time when Stephen Hendry didn't like the safety game. He may not like it now, but he's certainly learning how to play it.
I think he learned how to play it some years ago, Joe. And I think he's pretty well up there with it these days. His potting is not quite as consistent as it used to be. Mind you, Matthew Stevens might disagree with me after that first round match the other day.
He's got a lovely touch, Ding Junhui. Again, judging the pace perfectly there. Now, surely he's not taking this on. He was down on the shot to take it on, but he's going to have to play this at some speed to get the cue ball onto a colour.
Well, it's on the same shot again, Joe. Well. But he's not on a colour. Well, nothing easy anyway.
Well, what a big risk for one.
Yes, not Stephen's usual style, I wouldn't have thought, Joe.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier, Mike, that he doesn't like playing the safety game. Never did. And that's just proof of wanting to pot something as quickly as he can. Another good safety shot though. Well, that was well judged to come round the back of that red. Had he clipped it, he could very well have lost the frame.
Oh. And look at the control on the cue ball, just in case he missed.
Well, incredible shot. Incredible shot. Really got the timing into the ball there. Worth another look. Never touch the sides. Another very good shot. He's showing he can compete in the putting and the safety.
That was a lovely touch too, Joe.
Yes, absolutely. Both players playing some tremendous safety shots. So that fantastic red by Junhui only got him one. Well, he could play the one that's closest to the right cushion with a lot of right hand side on the cue ball, but it's a dangerous shot. He's got the pot on as well. That's the shot I was talking about. He's also got the pot on, but again, he won't know where the cue ball's going.
That's a good shot because there's very little room to spare between the blue and the yellow there.
Yes, and there's no room back to balk.
Oh, he had a little flick on the pink there, which just helped that cue ball get down to where he wanted it to be. Oh dear. Is that red to be safe on the cushion? But it isn't.
Well, it was a long, drawn-out safety battle.
Six.
Well, he clearly played there for the red, which is just adjacent to the black, but it's gone a little far. Can you still see it, Joe? That's where Hawkeye would have stopped. Well, perhaps you can still see it.
Yes, he could. Now, he could play the cannon here to the reds, or he could play the cannon to the two reds on the cushion.
Twelve. Junhui 12. Five. Six.
Well, it's finished a little bit in no man's land. Yes, that would have given a nice shot on the black. Yellow into the middle. Not easy. Good shot.
Yes, well controlled.
Eight. Junhui, 8.
Disappointing miss for Ding, and more so because it's an easy starter for Stephen. No. Was that a bad contact? Did he have a rush of blood to the head? That was miles away. Let's have another look at this. Well, I didn't see either of the balls leave the bed of the table, but that black made the funny angle off the cue ball. I think that's just about gone enough behind the green to stop things seeing that red on the right hand side. Might just have to swerve the cue ball a fraction. Great shot from Stephen. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a swerve. No, it's come off the cushion. Well, it's okay, despite the unwanted knuckle on the middle pocket. He's got away with that.
Well, that's another good pace. But there is a path back to balk. Got to be careful not to double the red over the other corner. Yeah, so I do believe he was hoping for a slight angle there to rest the white up against the pink. Just didn't get the angle.
just reeled in.
Yes, I don't think he's got a good angle on the brown. It's a little straight. Has a good angle on the green.
Yes, I think the green is the better ball of the two, Joe. But you never know with Stephen. He might have another idea entirely. Clearly he has. A lot of power needed off that brown.
He's hit that too well.
Isn't that amazing? You wouldn't have thought he could get that much distance, given the angle he had on the brown.
Lots of right-hand side.
Well.
Well, they were clapping, they thought it was in, but it stayed on the edge. Now this is one of those type of shots where we had the green earlier for Junhui. As we look at this shot again, it always looked a little thin, and this time he has got the right side of the black.
Over 40 minutes, look, for this frame. There's been a lot of safety exchanges in it.
Eight.
20 points the difference. So Ding needs this red with the black, and he will be 28 ahead with only 27 remaining. Well, now he's done it.
Now then, Stephen Hendry faced with the similar situation. If he plays for the black, it could go wrong.
One.
And that's not good. He's going to have to play it with deep screw, lots of right-hand side. And he's got to avoid the middle pocket. He couldn't have played that much better.
Eight.
What a great chance to go 3-1 up.
Well, you'd have to say that's his favourite now. Still 10 points behind.
$13. $17.
Could have played that one better, although he has a nice angle to drop in behind the pink for either the middle or the corner.
Yes, it doesn't need the black.
Well, I'm so surprised he's played it that way. Maybe he thought the in-off was on. And this is a tough pot.
This for a 3-1 mid-session interval lead. Choosing the corner instead of the middle, and he's missed it. Cautiously played the white back to the cushion just in case. So this frame's still in the balance. Stephen needs the pink. Ding needs pink and black.
Yes, just pulling that white ball back to the cushion though has made this a little bit more difficult for Ding Junhui. The double kiss is on if he plays the pink up and down. Yes, that's a good shot. And this is going to be a very big frame, this, for the loser. It's going to hurt.
Well, that's not the best shot Stephen's played all day.
I think this is cuttable to the middle. He'll have to go in and out of balk.
Yes, twice up and down if Ding does go for it in the middle. Cue ball's got to travel quite a long way.
And it could be going close to that corner pocket.
Not interested. Going for the snooker behind the black. Look at this. Oh, so close.
It's the pink that's important, and the pink's run on. Well, that's the second time he's made a mess of it, Stephen Hendry, and this time he has left it on. And you'd fancy Ding Junhui to pot this and come down for the black.
Yes, well, he played a very deep screw shot a little earlier and pulled the white back almost the full length of the table, so a screw back off this shouldn't be too much of a problem for him, even with the rest. And just look at that. Look at that for control. What a look. Sorry, Joe.
Couldn't have played it any better.
Indeed not. Lovely pink, and he deserves it. And he squared the match up to the delight of the audience. A 3/4 of an hour frame there between Ding Junhui and Steve Hendry. Terrific frame. It's 2 apiece. Well, it was a very long frame indeed, but there were all sorts of incidents in there as we just take a little look at the Higgins-Walden situation there. We'll have a little look at that just after the next commercial break. John Higgins versus Ricky Walden, so don't go away. Oh, welcome back to the Beijing University Students' Gymnasium with Ding Junhui and Stephen Hendry, having just completed a 45-minute frame there to make it 2 apiece. And John Higgins and Ricky Walden, when I last told you the scoreline, it was 2-1 to Ricky. Well, John had a big break, a half-century in the next frame to go into the interval all square, and he's come out and banged in another big one, the precise amount of which I have to confess I don't know. To make it 3-2. So he'd come back actually from 2-0 behind to get 3 in a row. And here he is at the table in frame 6 and banging in a red.
1.
John beat Nigel Bond in a tactical match by 5 frames to 3 in the first round. Ricky had to come back from behind to beat the informed Martin Gould. 5 frames to 4. And this match, as you've gathered, is well in front of the Ding Junhui Stephen Hendry affair. Ali Carter and Marcus Campbell, by the way, they've just gone into their mid-session interval at 2 apiece. And Robert Milkins has a chance to make it 2-2 against Mark Selby. They've had a long 4th frame as well. 2-1 to Mark Selby at the moment, as John takes this red to the corner.
7.
Yes, the Milkins-Selby match not quite at the mid-session interval as yet. It's a close thing in the 4th frame with Selby leading Milkins 2-1.
Yes, John Higgins just potting that red a little thin, hence the cue ball going a little too far for the blue. He can take it to the corner and he may be able to run through for the red on the cushion. I played it with a lot of left-hand side.
12. $13.
Now, does he try and leave an angle on the black, or go up for the blue to be able to go into the reds?
21.
It's the black, and that looks pretty good. Now he needs to miss the red directly above the black and try and catch the one above that one. Let's just see if he can get the zip on this. Well, he did. He hit the red he wanted, but he didn't have any zip on it.
I thought it was whiz he was looking for, Joe.
It's zip and whiz. Whiz and zip. I thought you didn't like me using the word whiz.
Perish the thought.
John Higgins, 20.
Well, whatever. He didn't have it on, hence the safety shot. A good speed on the safety shot. Ricky Walden, I think he came from 4-1 or 4-2 behind with Martin Gould to win. I'm sure Mike Smith,
yes,
that man, will tell me.
Yes, it was 4-2, Joe, and Martin was playing quite well at the time, but Ricky hung on in there and eventually scrambled his way back into the game. Very good win for Ricky, because I know I've said it once, it's worth repeating. Martin Gould, for me, has been one of the sensations of this season. His improvement has been remarkable. What a shot that was.
Where does he pull them from? Great shot.
Yes, that was out of the Stephen Hendry songbook, I think, Joe, that one. And I've just had news from Table 3 that Mark Selby has finally managed to win a very, very prolonged fourth frame. Oh no, I'm sorry, he's in the lead. I'm getting mixed messages there. It's still going on. It's been going on for ages, that fourth frame between him and Robert Milkins, and it's still not over as the red goes in for John. I think it's an even longer frame than the three-quarter hour frame we've just seen from Ding Junhui and Stephen Hendry. Well, now my man on the other side of the partition is telling me he has won it. Mark Selby 3,
14.
Robert Milkins 1.
Now there is a red that will go at the back of the pack there, but he's going to have to be very accurate with the position. And that looks pretty good. And when he pots this red, or if he pots it, he'll be opening more reds.
23.
And a great chance now to go 4-2 in front of Ricky Walden.
30. $31.
Could have played that one a little better.
$39.
But back in perfect position. One more red required. Well, that's enough. The blue's enough, but it's not going to make any difference.
$45.
Yes, and John's been in the groove, hasn't he, since he went 2-0 down. A string of big breaks from the Scotsman have seen him gain ascendancy.
$53.
This is his fourth major contribution in these last 4 frames. Funnily enough, Ricky Walden is one of the few players to have a credit record against John. They've only ever met 3 times, and Ricky has won twice.
61. $68. $69.
Oh, still enough points for another century from John Higgins. This has been terrific stuff from him since going 2-0 down.
72. $75. $77. $80. $84.
Makes the game look so easy.
$89.
Yes, well, Ricky's been blitzed these last 4 frames, well and truly. Oh, in goes the white. Well, not quite the century, but more than enough to give John Higgins 4 frames in a row, and of course puts him within 1 frame of victory. John Higgins leading Ricky Walden by 4 frames to 2. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are with the John Higgins-Ricky Walden match. Ding Junhui and Stephen Hendry still in at their mid-session interval. They're due out again soon, but since this match could reach its conclusion, you never know, we'll stay with it and just see whether Ricky Walden can find any answer to that blitz, that 4-frame blitz that John Higgins has produced since going 2-0 down.
Yes, well, he's going to have to get out of this snooker first, because John Higgins just caught the pack of reds a little bit thinner than he wanted, and that cue ball coming off the baulk cushion and landing tight up behind the yellow. This isn't easy. Saving grace for him that the black is tied up at the moment. Well, I think that's the last ball I'd be trying to hit, the one next to the black.
Well, he was always in difficulty there, wasn't he? Okay, he's hit one, but John with choices here, one across the table, but that would send the cue ball into the pack. So it looks like this one to the corner with the extended rest.
Yes, he can play this two ways. He can play to screw around the back of the black. I'll play it with right hand side just to check the white ball back up towards the blue. He could play the cannon to the black, but yeah, it's just using a bit of side.
1.
And that's not a bad kiss. Well, you expected him to get that, and that's a let-off.
It is indeed. Played deliberately to leave himself a choice of reds, and you did fancy him for that blue, the way he's been potting the last 4 frames, Joe.
Yeah. Now, Ricky Walden, if he can get to the baulk cushion here for the blue.
1.
Don't know why he didn't try to get to the baulk cushion. He would have had a nice angle to come back down for the reds. And he obviously needs the blue on its spot because the pink and black are out of commission. Well, not quite come far enough,
4.
but it could have worked out well for him. If he pots this red, he may be opening the black. Can't afford any mistakes, so this isn't a gimme, this red. It's a good shot.
5.
I can see the blue now, but my goodness, this is one of the longest pots on a snooker table from one corner to another.
And how does he get to a red?
Well, blue's been nominated. We shall find the answer to your question in a moment, Joe. I'll first of all get the blue.
Ricky Walden 5.
Yes, and to make matters worse, he has got on a red. And John Higgins will be bringing more reds out into play.
One.
Is he on the pink?
I think so.
Well, he didn't play for that. But he'll take it.
7. 8.
Now, could play for the loose red, or he could try to go into them. It's the loose one.
Thirteen. 14.
There is a red at the back of the pack there, and if he can get on this in such a way as to open a few more reds, he doesn't need to go into that cluster. Decided to go into them. It was a perfect opportunity.
As it worked out, though, the pink now goes back onto its own spot, which I don't think it would have done had he not gone into the pack. But where's the next red coming from? Nothing easy. Cut into the left middle.
Oh, the bottom corner. It's the left middle, and he's controlled that cue ball beautifully from that type of shot, screwing the red into the middle with the right hand side. And I'm just taking stock of the situation, because one good shot here and he's a chance of winning frame and match.
$26. 27. 32. 33.
Now, a similar shot to what he played last time, screwing round the two cushions and finishing up on those three reds there. If he catches it a little hard, he's got the red to the middle. Doesn't want to underhit this one. Well, there's a surprise.
38. 39.
Well, Ricky spent a lot of time sitting in that chair these last 5 frames, or 4.5 of them anyway.
And the red behind the pink must go.
44.
'Well, it didn't go, so he was a little short on position there, and he's a little hard on position there. Looking at the plant. He thinks it's a plant.
50.
It's there. Played the cue ball just in case. He could have played for the blue there had he been confident of the plant. So he could play the snooker here, or he could put a ball on the cushion and try and play the snooker. Yes, I think that's a better shot than rolling up behind the brown.
He's jolly near got the snooker anyway, by the virtue of the pink. Look at that. This'll need a steady shot, Ricky, if you're not going to come off a cushion. I think there might just be a coat of paint sticking out there, but my goodness, it's thin. A good 5 frames from John. 5 big breaks in a row.
Yes, and the yellow looks to be in the way of dropping onto the red. That's by the black.
He's looking for that coat of paint.
Oh.
Just wasn't there, was it?
Against 6.
And that leaves him needing a snooker. 53 points in it now. 51
Yes.
on the table.
And if the balls need replacing, then Jan Verhaas has got a problem.
Well, can't be replaced
But
because...
beg your pardon, the snooker's required now. I'm sorry, Joe. You're quite right.
You're welcome.
Oh, so close.
There's the
Where's
cue ball.
The white is also close. A big task now for Ricky.
Yes, and he could do with the black here. He may play this with a lot of top on the cue ball. Well, needed to pot it, and that surely is the end.
Yes, frame conceded, frame and match. You heard from Jan Verhaas, and Ricky Walden has given John Higgins the handshake, and John Higgins is in tomorrow's quarterfinals. A good 2 frames from Ricky Walden earlier on. He was looking good, but then John Higgins put his foot on the accelerator. 5 breaks in a row, 5 frames in a row, and John Higgins joins Stephen Lee, Sean Murphy, Judd Trump and Peter Ebden, who are already safely into tomorrow's quarterfinals. Well, I can tell you that John Higgins will face Sean Murphy tomorrow for a place in Saturday's semi-finals. So, after the next commercial break, we shall be going back. Well, welcome back once again, and as promised now, we've gone back to the Ding Junhui Stephen Hendry match, which has continued a little while ago, as we look again at that miss from Stephen Hendry. 2 frames apiece, the first 2 going to Ding, the second 2 going to Stephen. But this is an easy starter for Ding as he attempts to retake the lead. think I said first two to Ding and second two to Stephen. In fact, it's the other way around, wasn't it? Stephen took the first two, and then came the fight back by Ding, including that 120 in frame 3.
Yes, and a great chance now.
So 2 hours for
13.
nearly 5 frames. The third one was quite a quick frame. That was the one in which Ding got the 120, but the fourth frame was around about 3/4 of an hour.
Eighteen. 22.
Well,
Well,
this,
he's a little short there.
he is, and he needs both blue and pink as well, Joe. Blue would put him 13 ahead with still pink and black remaining, so he did need the good position on the blue.
Yes, it just makes it a little more awkward where the black is, so he's going to have to run this in with a touch of side.
27.
Well, the last roll, the blue goes into the middle pocket and he's nicely on the pink.
This then for a 3-2 lead. There it is, no need of the black. And he'll be mighty relieved because Stephen Hendry made all the early running, just as Ricky Walden did against John Higgins. But then came the Higgins fight back. Well, are we seeing a similar fight back here from Ding Junhui 3, Stephen Hendry 2 here at the Beijing University Students' Gymnasium. This for a place in the quarterfinals tomorrow of this Bank of Beijing China Open 2011. Will it reach? Will it reach?
Foul and a miss. Stephen Hendry 4.
Stephen having the ball replaced. That's better.
Touching ball.
I've just heard from table 4 that Ali Carter has taken a 3-2 lead against Marcus Campbell, 2 apiece at the mid-session interval. So Ali Carter with the edge there.
Yeah, Stephen Hendry, the last shot, allowed Ding Junhui to see the reds. He could have played up behind the green and left it in a similar spot to last time. But chose to let him see the reds, but didn't quite get that cue ball dead on the cushion.
Oof, that pink was very close to going in, so was the white.
This looks pretty good. Will he be tempted at this long red to the left corner?
He might not have much choice but to have a go at it, Joe. Obviously can't see anything on the black side of the table there. Those two covered there, see? There's not much option for him.
Yes, and if you can play to pot this and leave the cue ball on the black cushion, and we'll take a little bit of pressure off the shot. Not interested.
Well, that was always the danger, but I think he might have got away with it.
I don't think he has.
Oh, well, of course I'm missing that red on the left-hand side near the middle, which he'll be very annoyed about.
He's hit that much too thick.
Yes, if he could have had it over, I think he'd have a go at the pot, but that's all history now.
1.
Nicely on the red into the middle.
8.
The black will go to the right corner. This is a good chance, this, for Junhui. The reds are nicely spread.
9.
And that's perfect to leave himself for the red that's blocking the pocket for the black into the opposite corner.
Now, does that black spot? If it doesn't, then it's either... Oh, it does, this back to room. I was going to say, is the pink spot available? The green spot is.
17.
Yes, but Junhui desperately needed that black to spot. This is where all the action is.
$24. 25. 32. 33.
5 reds, 5 blacks.
40. 41.
'Well under hit that one.
48.
Still has a red to the bottom corner.
Yes, you can always rely on Hawkeye to get it right.
Didn't quite get into the cue ball, and this is a thin one.
Very thin, he can only just see it past that red.
He'd be trying to play the cannon to the red just above the white ball, using a touch of left hand side. He's got it, you know, and he's got the cannon. Terrific shot.
Great shot, great shot. 7 reds, 7 blacks.
57.
Obviously the frame is of paramount importance, but the maximum is now on.
Well, there goes another black. 9 reds, 9 blacks. Well, that should secure him the frame, and now he can concentrate on the big break.
Yes, I thought he might have left a nice angle there on the black to bring the red out, that side cushion. He's underhit that one.
He's underhit it by a long way.
80.
He'll do well to get the red, and I don't see how he can stay on the black. Does that red... Oh, well, does that red go past? In which case he's got a semblance of a chance. Well, it was more of a hit and hope, and I suppose you could say now he's won the frame, the black is still on, but gosh, this is a tricky one.
Yes, he did well to get onto it as well as he did.
No. The break ends at 81. It's enough to win him the frame. Here we are back again with the Junhui Stephen Hendry match, which we'll be continuing in just a moment. And well, we could have had a sensation on our hands, couldn't we, just a little while ago. 11 reds and 10 blacks Ding got. He did very well to get on to the 11th black even with a chance, actually, after under-hitting the previous black for the next red. Nevertheless, the 81 that he accumulated there, enough to give him that 6th frame for a 4-2 lead. And so here he is coming to the table now, needing just one more to put out Stephen Hendry and go into the quarterfinals and a match against Stephen Lee. So a Stephen today, and if he wins, a Stephen tomorrow.
Where's it going to finish? Well, he was a long way from that pot, Stephen Hendry.
Yes, he was, and we've seen one or two like that in the latter stage of the match. Earlier on, his potting was looking just as good, or almost as good anyway, as that wonderful display he produced against Matthew Stevens.
Didn't want the kiss on the blue, and he didn't want the kiss on the brown. Didn't get the kiss on the brown. Well, not the full ball kiss.
No, but either way, Joe, it's still left this red on for Ding. And it's not looking good for Stephen at the moment. It's all turned around, just as indeed the John Higgins-Ricky Walden match turned around after Ricky had taken a 2-0 lead. John is through. 5-2. 5 on the bounce, 5 big breaks on the bounce for John.
This is perfect. I'll tell you what, he's been a little unlucky there if he's finished up straight. And he has. Anything but straight on the black, and he could have got on the red just above the black.
Yes, that would be a good position for the cue ball behind the brown. It's heading in that direction, but I don't think it's quite strong enough.
Well, he's down on the shot quickly here, and he's got to be careful of pushing one over that right corner. Caught it too thick again. And he just might take this one on, Ding Junhui. Stunned down for the black.
Sweet as a nut.
Didn't need to stun down for the black. The pink goes. And that took all the pressure off the shot.
Seven. Eight. Quietly, please.
Well, Ding appears now to be
14.
in complete control of this match and has the fate of it, of course, now in his own hands.
15.
Oh, that's another big bounce off the cushion, but he's still okay.
Yes, in fact, it's probably better for him. He can play for the. He can stun back for the red.
Well, he didn't have to do that, but as it happens, it's okay. Choices.
22.
Yes, it could have gone wrong, but it's gone right. Yes, he's a little concerned about playing for the blue and then the blue going up to the brown spot, but it shouldn't be a problem for him. Could even play for the pink.
Or indeed the black. Well, his confidence level, Joe, right now is very high.
Well, played with a lot of right hand side, but it didn't work out right. He played to cannon the red directly above the black, which would have left him on choice of reds, but just got too much side on the cue ball. I may be able to play the cannon to the black here, sending it towards that right corner pocket, but this is very difficult cueing. Well, it was a good pot.
Yes.
Does he go for this one?
Well, he's on a roll with that spider. I think he might need it again.
Well, once again, if he plays this slowly into the right corner and misses it, he'll block the pocket with the black.
Whoa. Well, he's done what you said, Joe, blocked it, and he's also succeeded in covering the red down in the baulk corner.
Yes, just didn't quite get it thin enough. Caught that near knuckle, stayed on the edge, and he would have had a difficult shot the next shot round. But I think he was getting used to playing with the spider. Well, I don't know what he played there, but it certainly wasn't that. He was trying to push a red safe and at the same time cover the red in the baulk area. So that was a poor safety from Ding Junhui. A very nervy safety shot.
One.
He's just come a little far. Wanted to be the other side of the pink.
More news from table 4. Ali Carter is within a frame of victory against Marcus Campbell. He now leads the Scotsman by 4 frames to 2. The winner of that match playing either Robert Milkins or Mark Selby tomorrow in the quarters. Mark Selby leading Robert Milkins there 3 frames to 1.
Well, this is a big shot that Stephen Hendry's taking on. Well, he had to get that one.
Stephen Hendry, 7.
And he's been very, very fortunate there, Stephen Hendry. Could have left all kinds of things on, busting the reds like he did. Well, there's a little bit of insurance with the red going on the side cushion there. didn't want it dead on the cushion like that. This might be worthwhile taking on now to the baulk corner. Yes, good shot. And the black sitting there. Cushion first.
Well, took it direct, and look at the control on the cue ball there to hold for the red into the same pocket.
Well, he played that top spin shot, and he played it so well, and I hope we see that again because it was a terrific shot.
9.
Could have played that one better though. Well, he had to pull out a good shot there, and he certainly did.
16. Seventeen. 22. 23.
'Yes, that was a strange choice of shot that Ding played earlier, wasn't it? That left the cue ball down on the baulk cushion with the red down there. That's what's led to this break from Stephen. Well,
Hendry, 29.
he'll be absolutely disgusted with himself there.
Well, I just can't believe that he's missed such a simple red by so far. That is absolutely incredible.
It is. You know, in the last 2 seasons, Stephen has only once reached a quarter-final of a major tournament, and that was here 12 months ago. In stark contrast to the Stephen Hendry in his glory days, the days that took him to 36 world ranking titles, including 7 world titles. And again, that was a long way off too.
Can he be tempted, Ding? This red into the left centre.
Think he can.
Yes, good pot. Just lost the cue ball a little. And it's going to take a good shot on the brown to get back down for the reds. He could play the snooker, just touch the green. Well, I'd like to keep the pressure on my opponent at this stage of the game and make him win it rather than hand it to him. Yes, could have took the brown, but played the snooker behind the yellow. And this is trouble. Well, he could play that, but he could try and hit the right side of that red as the cue ball's coming over the table. Well, he's hit it, but he's left it on.
Yes, he was always taking a chance there, raising the butt end of the cue so sharply.
Now then, he's got that bad red on the cushion, and he's come a little straight on the pink.
Seven.
Yes, that's a nice shot, and he's got a nice angle on the pink to come across the table for the red. This is all about speed. Needs to be dead on the cushion, the white. It's not hard enough. So, Stephen Hendry
14.
gets another chance. Oh well, he comes back to the table. He may not get another chance. Lots of left-hand side on the cue ball there, but
14.
hasn't hit it hard enough. But this is a tough pot to take on.
Oh, so far away, and we've seen a few of those just lately, Joe.
Well, it was a tough pot, you have to say, but you expect him to get nearer than that. He's going to have to play better than this in the World Championships, which, by the way, just starts in a couple of weeks. Ticket sales are going really well. The final, semi-final, already sold out.
Yeah, Stephen Hendry starts out against Joe Perry, incidentally. Junhui as the Scotsman. Mr. 148, Jamie Burnett, the only man to have scored a competitive 148.
So a chance this for Junhui. And Stephen Hendry won't be liking him going for any pot at all. 18 points in front. Wouldn't need the green if he took one of the big colours. Well, that's finished up very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, second prize. Just what Stephen Hendry needed.
This doesn't look too bad. This isn't easy though. Not easy to get to a colour.
Oh, look at the action on the cue ball as well.
What a shot that was. And he's on the black, but does the yellow go anywhere? But if it doesn't, you can drop in behind it and play the snooker. And that's... Well, he's on it.
He's on it.
Middle.
And this is frame and match ball. He's 26 ahead. 27 on the table. This becomes now frame and match ball.
Well, he's got choices here. He could play the guaranteed snooker tight in behind the blue.
Yes, well, he gave himself two options there, didn't he? The pot or the snooker. And he'll settle for that very nicely. So Stephen here in big trouble.
Not only has he got to hit it, he's got to get it safe.
Oh, he's hit it, that's fine. And has he got the snooker behind the black? What about that?
Well, Ding Junhui may be sorry he didn't take that yellow onto the middle, or at least leave the cue ball tight behind the blue.
Yes, I think if he could have it over, he'd go for the pot in the middle, actually. But it's history now. And he's hit the yellow. He's put distance between cue ball and object ball. .26 the difference. 27 points on the table. Now Stephen's got another good one there. Well, now, the question is, does the yellow go past the blue? I'm not sure that it does.
Well, even if it does, there's no way to get to the green. He could take it to the middle, but again, difficult to get to the green. Well, let's have a look. It doesn't pass the blue. He could play the yellow onto the green and try and play the snooker behind the blue. Well, that was a fine shot, wasn't it? It's excellent shot, that one.
Here's a teaser.
Yes, and the problem is again here, unless he plays it with a lot of left-hand side, which makes the pot a lot more difficult, I can't see him getting onto the green.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Ding, sorry Joe, Ding doesn't have such worries. He's just got to pot the yellow.
Yes, I'm just surprised he's played the yellow in such a way, Stephen. Where's that cue ball going?
Ooh, well.
Well, he'd won for a moment.
Or at least left Stephen leaving snookers, yes.
It's not too bad because it's difficult to get to the green. The yellow comes back on its spot. I think the only way to get to the green is to take it to the corner pocket. Ah.
Well, that was one way of getting on the green, and he very nearly made it too.
Well, I cannot see how we could have expected to pop that yellow into the middle at that pace and come onto the green. Still, he hasn't left it.
Oh, yes, he has. Oh, dear me.
Did I say he hadn't left it? Oh. Well, in that case, he's left the green easy.
Oh, what a shot. Well, green is now the ball he needs. Do it twice in a row. He'll settle for that. But that was a tremendous yellow.
Well, I'm flabbergasted, really am. How he's took the yellow on, I'll never know. To leave himself a green like that.
So, similar situation to that which existed before the yellow went down. 24 in the game and 25 points on the table. Oh, not quite the snooker, but at least he's covered the corner pocket with the pink. Not surprising that this frame has gone on for a little while with so much resting on it. Oh, well, that's okay, but he wasn't really looking for the yellow to cannon onto the pink. The green onto the pink, I should say.
Well, another chance here of the snooker. And the snooker is just as good as a pot for Ding Junhui.
Double kiss. Now, has the blue come to his rescue?
It most certainly has. And a stroke of luck there for Stephen Hendry. Now, does he just push it to the cushion? Or play it hard? He's happy.
I should think he is.
This looks good.
Great shot.
Yes, and the brown just might be in the way. It may need to play this with a lot of bottom off that side cushion to check the white up.
Yes, the natural angle suggests the blue is in the way, doesn't it? The brown should say. Oh, he's hit it off the cushion. Oof.
Yes,
Oh,
he played it with a lot of bottom to check that cue ball. And he wouldn't have that one over either.
I thought you were going to say years of practice there, Joe, for a minute.
Well, it was a good shot. Chance of a snooker here again. Send the green down towards the black. White in behind the brown and pink. Well, can he see enough of this green to take it on? I think he can.
Oh yes, easily. But it's not an easy pot though.
Chance to win. Everybody takes pots on when it's a chance to win. Oh, what a great shot it was.
Well, that leaves Stephen Hendry now needing a snooker. 27 points of the difference now, only 22 on, so in fact it's one 5-point penalty to tie. 2 4-point penalties needed. Oof, that would have surely sealed Stephen Hendry's fate.
Well, it'll be interesting here to see what he plays, Stephen Hendry.
Well, as I said, Joe, one 5-point penalty to tie. And you never know. Well, I just wondered whether he might go for the snooker there. Or the pot. I was not sure which way he was going to play it.
Well, I would have played to pot the brown there and the blue.
And the blue.
And played one snooker on the pink.
On the pink, behind the black, for a win. Yeah, good maths. But it doesn't matter now. That was a great brown, following the equally good green. And in goes the blue to seal Stephen Hendry's fate. Only one quarter-final in the last 2 seasons for Stephen Hendry. And Junhui has beaten the 7 times world champion once again in front of all his Chinese supporters by 5 frames to 2 to take his place in the quarterfinals tomorrow, where he will meet Stephen Lee for a place in Saturday's semi-finals. Very good performance from Ding Junhui, coming back from 2 frames to 0 behind. His fans delighted, and so will he be. Well, there we are. Ding Junhui joins Stephen Lee, John Higgins, Sean Murphy, Judd Trump and Peter Ebden in